founder of Disruptive Nutrition, Carrie Lupoli.
Is Carrie Lupoli.
Carrie Lupoli of Disruptive Nutrition.
Certified health coach, Carrie Lupoli.
It all started just before I turned 40. We were having family Friday pizza night, and I never ate the pizza because I got a salad with dressing on the side because I was always on a diet, tracking my calories, obsessing about what I was eating, but not realizing the impact that was having on my family. Because that night, my two daughters, who were 5 and 6 at the time, one of them looked at the other and said, "How come mom never eats the pizza?" And the other one said, "Well, because it has too many calories." And I knew right then and there that I was impacting them in a way that I never intended and never wanted. And so I had to do something different. I had to figure out why what I was doing wasn't working, and I knew there had to be a better way. So as I started researching and digging and hiring my own coaches, I realized that food is fuel, and that we are a refuel as you go machine, and that by depriving myself, I was actually doing more harm than good. And I needed to change not just what I did, but also the way I thought about food in my body. And as I worked through my own issues, I was also a very successful international educator and award-winning speaker. I was traveling all over the world, talking, speaking, educating around the expertise I had as a behaviorist. See, I was a special education teacher, a behavior specialist for more than 20 years. And I had been traveling the world, teaching, educating, and talking about mindsets, about behaviors, about habits, about how to be able to change what we were thinking, and as it related to educating our students in our schools. Well, as I got my nutrition on par, I realized that I needed to teach what I was learning, because I was a teacher, to other people. And so I started teaching about nutrition and teaching them how to fuel their bodies, and it was working. It was this amazing little side hustle that I had while I was off doing these things in education. And I realized, even though that these women were seeing so much success, 6 months, 12 months, years later, they would come back and say, "Carrie, even though this was the only thing that worked, I fell off. I wasn't able to keep up with it. Oh my gosh, I stress eat, or chaos was coming in my life and I fell off." And I kept thinking, why is it that if we're doing something that's finally working, that's giving them everything that they want without tracking and depriving themselves, why aren't they sticking with it? And then it hit me. Carrie, you're a behaviorist. You're a behavior specialist. You understand behaviors, but you're not putting it into your own practice. So that's where disruptive nutrition was really brought into a whole new world, very unique from anything else that's out there. See, I am uniquely positioned to be able to not teach nutrition only, but for women to be able to see that their purpose is not just in the scale. And that when we understand that our thoughts and our beliefs dictate our actions, when we can analyze and be more self-aware about our behaviors, about our triggers, and about our personalities, then we can truly change forever. See, our body is amazing. We just don't understand it. And we don't understand our minds, our awareness, our self-control. And when we can really, truly learn something that we've never really learned before in a very different way, not only can we serve our body, but we can go and live our true purpose. See, I say we were not put on this earth to find the right diet. We were put on this earth for a very particular purpose, to serve others, to do good. And when we spend all of our time obsessing about our weight, obsessing about the scale, and not understanding what we really should be doing, we are wasting too much precious time. So my work as an educator combined with my work as a nutritionist have been able to bring about change in women and their families in a way that they've never seen before. We are truly disrupting what people think they know about nutrition, about life, about their purpose. And I always say, to get something different, you have to do something different. I was an educator for more than 20 years so that I could do this work today with this generation of people.
So I am so excited to be here with you guys. I have been preparing for this. This is my very first live free webinar I've done, and I've been doing this work for like 10 years. So I'm really excited that you guys are here. There are so many people on. My goodness, I'm looking right now. We have almost 300 people. We have almost 1,000 people registered for this webinar. So I'm really excited. But we're going to start off with a really serious question, you guys, okay? One that might be the most important question anyone has asked you in a really long time. So I want you to be honest with yourself. I'm going to put this in the poll, okay? And I want to see if you guys can do this, where you are with your technology. How long have you been dieting? obsessing about your weight, or trying to change your body? Tell me, how long? 5, 10, 20 years? Can you guys see the poll here? Can we see what it is? I'm seeing 88% of people so far are saying more than 20 years. What? Are we recognizing this? What are we chasing? Are we still chasing weight loss? Because if you have been dieting or obsessing about your weight for that long, maybe what you're doing isn't working. Look at this. We are now at now it's evening out a little bit, but 72% of people have been doing this for more than 20 years. And if you are like, can you see this? Okay, I don't know if you can see the poll or not. All right, we're going to move it down. It's unbelievable to me that is the case, because if you're like most women I talk to, everything that used to work isn't working anymore, right? So I'm so honored that you guys are all here. And tonight, in this next hour, I'm going to teach you exactly why those diets haven't worked. Spoiler alert, has nothing to do with your lack of willpower or something being wrong with your body. And I'm going to give you the actual scientifically proven formula to release weight, support hormone balance, boost your metabolism while improving your relationship with food in your body. And it has nothing to do with fasting, keto, low carb, calorie counting, or giving up any of your favorite foods. You don't have to buy special shakes or supplements, none of that. And now I'm looking at two different places, because I'm looking at the chat over here and I'm looking at you guys over here. Even as a pre or post-menopausal woman like me, I am right in the midst of menopause. You can actually get healthy, release weight by eating carbs all day long. I want you to put in the chat carbs. Like, amen, right? Hallelujah. Carbs have been villainized, and actually we need them. They give us energy. I'm going to show you exactly how, though. And that roller coaster, I know you've all been on it, because if you've been dieting for that long, that roller coaster of confusion and frustration that you've been on, it's going to end today. That is a promise from me to you. Are you excited? Carbs, carbs, carbs. I'm seeing it everywhere. Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. So I just comment in the chat. I want real time. My team is all here to help you respond. They're here to keep me on track. They're going to interrupt me. We have our Slack channel going. I have text going. We are streaming. I mean, like, I've got a whole team of people. And you know, the beauty of live is that the camera doesn't work when it's supposed to work. So here we go. But now you can see my hat. You can see my shirt better. I love it. Okay. So my name is Carrie Lupoli. I am a recovered dieter turned nutritionist with a background as an award-winning and international behavior specialist. I have discovered an extraordinary formula to boost your metabolism, shed extra weight, and support hormone balance, all without restriction and deprivation, and all while improving your relationship with food and your body at the same time. I have so many of my now clients tell me when they first heard this sounds too good to be true. If you are one of my clients here, okay, I want you, because I see your names here. You can vouch for this. It's not just me going to say this. All right. I have taught this to thousands of women in my own private practice, and I see so many of my clients here. And let me see if I can show you. I reach millions every single day as the co-host of the most watched nutrition show in the world. It's called NIL House Nutrition. I speak all over the country, and I work to empower women to live their best lives by living with what we call food freedom. Put in the chat food freedom. You're going to learn about what that is and how to have it. You're going to get something different, but it's only because you're going to do something different, and it's going to start today. And not only do I teach this to women, but I work with other nutritionists, dietitians, personal trainers, and even doctors. You're going to hear about that. I have a certification program to teach this formula because they don't know it. And although it's all based in science and it's tried and true, they look to me so that I can help them coach their clients and patients. And there's a reason why news outlets like the Today Show, Fox, News Nation, they all call on me when they want segments on sustainable nutrition to talk about why the latest diet trends aren't appropriate, or to discuss the disordered relationship that more than 80% of women have with their bodies and food. I was just recently on the Today Show talking about that exact topic. And I was just on News Nation last week talking about Ozempic, the weight loss drug that they're considering giving it to 6-year-olds. It makes my head want to explode. So I've been there with you where you are right now. I've recovered from disordered eating, and I actually have changed my family tree. So I know my daughters will not be going down the same road I did. My team and I help thousands of women do the same thing while teaching them the life-changing information on what their bodies really need so they can live their best lives. Okay, does that sound awesome to you? I know, it sounds like too good to be true. Food freedom, can it be true? I see from Anne. Pat says food freedom. I love it. Okay, so tonight I'm going to tell you exactly what that formula is. And what's better than learning such transformational information? I mean, come on, like what could be better than that? I'm toggling between two screens right now. I'm going to show you what's better than that. My team, my whole team has not even seen this yet. But if you stay until the end, everyone that's joined me live and you stay till the end, you are going to get, I mean, free stuff is even, I don't want to say better than transformation, but it's pretty good, right? You're going to get our pre-release copy of our first ever Disruptive Nutrition Cookbook. I have been working on recipes with women. I have an entire recipe team. We have a recipe vault with like 700 recipes that are all around never having to have a different meal than your kids. Totally family friendly. We call it our recipe vault. We've been doing this for years and years and have so many recipes. We have an entire portal that our clients have. And I mean, literally every month it's new stuff. It's amazing. And we've put the best ones. We've asked our clients and our team, what are your favorite ones? And we put them all into this cookbook. So put cookbook in there. You will get that at the end. I'm going to email it to you if you stayed. So all of that is super exciting. I love it. Yay. I'm seeing all the yays. Okay, cool. So all of this, though, could not be possible without my amazing team. I am blown away by the women that we have working with us. I wanted to show you a little bit about them. We are woman-owned and operated. All of the women that work with us had a disordered relationship with food in their bodies. And they all started off as clients. They had been on the dieting roller coaster for most of their lives, and they are all now living with food freedom. And they not only know how to speak what we call their body's love language, as my head coach, Deb, calls it, but we are living our purpose. And gosh, they didn't even know when they first started that their purpose was to be able to support women like you. And they are doing it in a variety of ways. We have the most incredible team. Where are you? If you are here, say DN team in the chat so everybody knows who you are. I love that. And I love all of you so much. We got to do a whole workout together recently. It was super fun. We were in Cleveland. I saw some people from Cleveland over there. So I love that. And I also want to really shout out our clients. I mean, our clients are absolutely incredible. I was actually putting this together just today. This is literally like, nobody would have been able to see. It would have been like those mosaics, right? Where you see all of, kind of turns into another picture with all those mosaics of other pictures. These are just a few of our clients who just are living a life of food freedom. And I know a lot of you are here today too. So if you are here, please put in the chat that you are a client. You are not just a client, you are family. And that is what is so powerful about disruptive nutrition. All right. So enough of this happy stuff. We're going to get moving. I like to fit, my husband always says, I like to fit 10 pounds of you-know-what in a 5-pound bag. So we've got to get going. So let's talk about this, because why is what we teach so extraordinary? See, it's because it's literally the only thing that I have found in 10 plus years that allows ordinary, busy, pre and post menopausal women to finally release weight while getting at the real source of your weight gain. And it's not a lack of willpower or discipline, despite what the diet industry has led you to believe. And no, you don't need to count your calories. You don't need to buy special supplements. You don't need to put everything that you enter into an app, or you don't have to give up carbs. It's really amazing. It's totally different than anything you've ever tried before. And as I look at this and I think about, I just compiled a bunch of fad diets. And like all of those, there are so many gurus and weight loss types of things out there, health experts, all screaming about the latest fads. I just literally researched these that were just in ads that I got this week. I know your ad stream is probably the same as mine. What are all the diets that you've tried? I want to know. Put them in the chat. What are all the different types of diets that you have tried? I love it. I love all these people talking about being clients. It's so great. Okay. Tell me all the diets that you guys have. And here's the thing. It's just so like you're coming down in the chat so quickly. I can't even read them all. It's mind blowing to me. But you're not alone. And I think that's really important to recognize that, because there's a scientific reason why all of those diets and fads haven't worked and never will. And I know you might say they worked at some point, but here's what I know. It depends what your definition of working is. If your definition of working is that you might lose a little bit of weight only to slow down your metabolism, actually cannibalize from your muscle because you're putting your body at such a deficit, slowing down your metabolism, wreaking havoc on your hormones, only to gain the weight back as soon as you're not quote unquote perfect. Or sometimes you could be eating the same thing you were eating on a diet before, right? And suddenly start gaining weight and you think it's not working anymore. Diets are absolutely designed that way. They were never designed for your body to thrive. Because here's the thing, name one thing that thrives in a deficit. One thing. It's a loaded question because I ask this all the time and nobody can give me an answer. So why is it that we think if we put our body at a deficit, we're going to thrive? A healthy body, I need you to hear this. A healthy body will not hold on to fat cells or weight it doesn't need. Those fat cells, that extra weight is all in an effort to protect you. What if I told you that all of these years of being on a diet, on that dieting roller coaster, or of even just restricting in some way have actually been the root cause of why you continue to gain weight? And what if I told you that losing weight has nothing to do with calories in or calories out? It's actually been debunked so long ago. Any deprivation like that, for that matter, is not actually going to allow you to thrive. Restricting calories, carbs, or food in general is actually causing you to gain weight. It's causing you to age faster. It's putting your body at risk for every metabolic disease like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and more. I'd love for you to tell me in the chat, do you have a metabolic disease like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes? Are you gaining weight now? Do you have hormonal imbalances? It's even stroke and cancer can be attributed to the deprivation that we've put our body on, the roller coaster. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. And what if I told you that the weight gain that you're experiencing is a symptom of health and hormones? I'm going to say that again because I don't think people get this. We keep talking about trying to lose weight, but weight gain is a symptom of health and hormones. Everybody keeps focusing on the symptom and not the root cause. Put in the chat root cause. Because the diets are literally making you so focused on the symptom that they will sell you snake oil to actually pretend that what they have works. And here's what's amazing. It quote unquote worked for a little while because you were going after weight loss, right? And if you lost a little bit of weight, you believe that they were working. The bottom line is your body was so deprived and starved that you were having cravings. You were on this unbelievable roller coaster. And then you felt like you couldn't handle it anymore. Your willpower just weaned. You had no more control. You went on one cheat meal and then you were off the wagon forever. You couldn't do it during the holidays. You certainly couldn't do it on vacation because you were so deprived. Well, your body was deprived. You couldn't hold on to that lifestyle forever. Your body wouldn't let you. The cravings get so bad that you have to cave. And you think it was your fault. And then you go back and you do it again and again and again. And I don't care what diet you've done. All the diets that I'm seeing here in the chat, they're the same thing over and over again. It's like a different sheep in wolf's clothing. No, it's all different. It's all the same wolf in different sheep's clothing. That's what it is. I always struggle with that one. So there is one, though, nutritional approach that has stood the test of time year after year. I didn't develop it, you guys. It is not trendy, and it has helped millions finally get the results they want and love their bodies again. Are you ready for the formula? Say yes. Say yes in the poll. If you're like, yes, yes, I see root cause. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. You ready? Ready? You guys want to see this? You do, right? Okay. So let's dig in. Here's the formula. Women tell me all the time, just tell me how to eat. Just tell me what to do, right? Here's the formula. It's eating protein, fats, and carbs in the right combination and frequency to help your body achieve, you ready for this? Blood sugar stabilization. The fact is your body is a refuel as you go machine. It does not thrive on fumes. It's a refuel as you go machine, and we have to give our body that consistent fuel in order for it to thrive. And if you want to maximize your success as much as possible, eating these, what we call PFC balanced meals in the right portion, in the right frequency throughout the day will consistently fuel your body and boost your metabolism. Why? Because that will balance your blood sugar consistently. I want you to put in the comments, blood sugar. Blood sugar is key here, because not only is blood sugar stabilization at the core of every single metabolic process in your body, but it's also the foundation for everything your body needs, like curbing cravings, why your body stores fat, aging, stabilizing your mood. It's absolutely incredible. In fact, scientists discovered that 80% of people without diabetes experience massive glucose spikes every day. And those spikes can cause inflammation, aging, insulin resistance in the body. And taken together, they create short-term symptoms like cravings, hunger, poor sleep, acne, weight gain, fatigue, mental health disturbances, and menopausal symptoms. And then we actually then get into long-term issues. And that's the stuff that really scares me. Type 2 diabetes, PCOS, heart disease, high cholesterol, they're all there. A dysregulated blood sugar can contribute to everything from weight gain and acne to infertility and cravings. Yet most doctors don't know how to properly diagnose and treat this because the education and training is focused on pharmacological and not preventable. Most doctors are actually so ill-trained in understanding how our bodies work optimally that they themselves are on the dieting roller coaster. In fact, our number one client at Disruptive Nutrition, they're doctors. That's because doctors have historically received almost no nutritional training, and it limits their ability to effectively talk to patients about it. During 4 years of medical school, most students spend fewer than 20 hours on nutrition, and is not about blood sugar stabilization. It's completely disproportionate to its health benefits for patients. Every one of our clients has a deeper education about nutrition and how to fuel their bodies correctly than their doctors do. Is that mind-blowing to you or what? I'm looking in the chat for all of you guys here. Keep me in the loop with what you're thinking. I like real-time feedback, real-time questions. If you have a Q&A exactly, then go put it in the Q&A section, because then I'm going to be able to sort through those and see those. How high do you consider a spike? That's really interesting, because we know that everybody is a little bit different than that, but it depends not only on how high, but on how long. And so you can have rises. It's natural that we have rises, and our body can balance blood sugar in one of two ways: on its own or through food. And if we keep putting our body through a blood sugar roller coaster like we do, our body constantly has to do it on its own. And that is why 75% of people today are pre-diabetic or insulin resistant or diabetic. That is unacceptable, because all of that leads to metabolic disease. You really actually have two choices to achieve the goals that you want. You can DIY your way through this again, just like maybe you've done through the diets, not only continuing to guess at what your body needs, but also knowing that and hear me on this, your history of self-sabotage will rear its head again, like it always does. Because here's the thing, self-sabotage, put it in the chat if that is an issue for you, right? Because the problem with self-sabotage is you don't really know why it happens or what to do when it does. I always say I will never give a woman just a meal plan anymore because you can know what to do, but you just won't do it. You can learn how to implement a simple, sustainable, and satisfying approach based in the power of blood sugar stabilization and personalized for the refuel as you go machine that your body actually is, as well as for the individual lifestyle you want to live and want to maintain. DIY will not work for something so important. And so this is the way that I like to think about this. Have you ever been on an airplane before? Okay, I love it. Spouse sabotage. All right, if you've ever been on an airplane before, put in the comments airplane, because I have this kind of thought around us and our bodies, and it has to do with an airplane. Have you ever walked on an airplane before and you kind of look, you look to the left, you see the pilot with the cockpit and all those buttons, and you're like, well, thank goodness I'm not flying that plane, right? And then you look to your right and you're like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go sit over here and I'm going to go be the passenger, and I'm going to sit, I can maybe have a little cocktail. I'm just going to enjoy myself, right? Well, here's the thing. For too long, we have been the passenger in our plane. We have no idea how to fly it. We don't understand how our body works. We don't understand how our mind works. We have been letting other people, like the Facebook, the Instagram, or a friend down the street who did this diet, or whatever is trendy right now, or just what you think they tell you to do for too long. You haven't been piloting your own plane. So no wonder you're not landing where you need to land. Imagine knowing exactly what your body needs so you can pilot that plane in any weather, in any turbulence or emergency situation, that regardless of the curveballs that you're thrown in life, you never fall victim to self-sabotage again. How awesome would that be? I mean, right? Okay, so this all reminds me of Donna. Donna, are you here? Because if you're here, put Donna in the chat. Donna is incredible. And this story reminds me of her. She actually learned how to balance her blood sugar years and years ago by the person I now co-host my daily nutrition show with, Mark McDonald. He's a New York Times bestselling author and celebrity nutritionist, and he and I co-host our daily nutrition show. And so while she technically knew how the engine of her plane worked, she understood blood sugar stabilization to a certain extent, she had no idea what to do when life showed up. See, she learned blood sugar stabilization as kind of a meal plan, but what happens when life throws you these curveballs? Her mother died. And then her work as a healthcare professional during COVID left her anxiety at an all-time high. So when her weight gain became problematic enough and she was frustrated enough with her body, she then went on to hire 3 different dietitians. And with every one, she put on more and more weight. Because not only did all 3 of them put her on a deprivation diet, 3 dietitians, because that is how they are trained, she was even more confused because she's like, I don't understand why they're doing this. This isn't working. It wasn't working. And the one thing that she had learned years ago that did work, she had no idea why she fell off. It was then that she heard me on a podcast with Mark McDonald, and she realized that while she may have learned the concepts, she really didn't know how to fly her plane. So she could do it when life was easy, but as soon as she hit turbulence, she went right back to self-sabotaging. And then I want you to see Donna now, this woman who had never been in the gym before. Look at her. This is recent, I would say within this last year, where she is now a part of her life. I always say your life should look different when you do something different. And I don't tell people how, like, I don't have this whole plan of like, you have to work out this much. No, we have to work with you and your lifestyle. This was all her choice on how she was going to show up. And it wasn't, though, until she layered her learning on what her body wanted with then what her mind needed, that she was not only able to fly her own plane, but Donna, she changed her whole flight plan. And let me take a second right now to go back to self-sabotage, because we always go back to what's familiar, even if it's hurting us. Remember, I was a behavior specialist for more than 20 years. So I'm going to give you a little bit of like behavior specialist talk. Write in the comments, familiar. We go back to what's familiar, even if it's hurting us. Self-awareness. It's like learning to read. You don't just read. You have to learn how to read. Self-awareness is the same thing. If you've never been taught how to be more self-aware, to pilot your own plane, why you self-sabotage and how to stop it, what your triggers are, what your personality is kind of convincing you of, how could you possibly know how to deal with it? We aren't taught that kind of stuff in school. That's why when she went to work with just a dietitian, or if you just go to work with your doctor, you're only going to get some theoretical one size fits all, but really none kind of solutions, because they know that it's really about behavioral change and they don't know how to teach that, nor are they going to take the time to do it. So what they show you with food isn't really going to matter at the end of the day, because even if it's right, which it usually isn't, you still won't do it until you do what Donna did. She actually literally went back to school to learn about herself, her triggers, her needs. And not only has her body changed more than she ever thought it would. I mean, I love these pictures of her. She is a rock star in every single way. She has changed her family tree. She is now not only just a very much smaller version of herself, where she doesn't need the seatbelt extender anymore, and she's enjoying wine and travel. She's actually become a nutrition coach as well. She has been with us for so long and realized that that is her calling. But here's what's so amazing. When she really realized that she wasn't ever going to be a victim of self-sabotage was when she was put to the test. Because remember, when her mother died, she actually jokes that she lived at Cinnabon. But when her father and her best friend died in the same week, when her son went through a major mental health issue, she changed jobs. She stayed steady in the cockpit. She adjusted and pivoted as needed, but she never let go, because those curveballs did not derail her. And it helped her heal, and it helped her deal with the chaos of life. And she's been with us for years. She's still going strong. And like I said, coaching others on how to fly their planes as a certified nutrition coach. But see, Donna wasted so much time, effort, and money, like so many of us. And I don't want that to be a part of your story anymore. So let me see what you're saying in the chat over here. Oh my gosh, it's powerful, right? Donna, I love you. So if you decide you're just going to keep searching the Facebook or the TikTok for that perfect weight loss cure, you have to then follow their meal plan, regardless of whether or not you like that food. Make different meals for yourself than your kids, and understand up front that you're not going to be able to do that on vacation. You never have been. Let's be honest. When you go get takeout, when the holidays come, and the holidays come every year, and then we get derailed every year. And then January comes and we're frustrated with ourselves and we try and start all over again, only to keep going through that cycle. I mean, how many times are we going to just keep going around this mountain? You have to track what you're eating, decline all good food, drink. Like you can't drink what your friends are enjoying at a party, or then you just say, screw it. You fall off the wagon. You promise to go back on Monday, and then you feel miserable at the start of doing another diet all over again. But when you learn how to balance your blood sugar by fueling your body all day, you will never feel deprived. You will eat carbs with every meal. You will speed up your metabolism every time you eat. And the best part is it gets better over time instead of worse, like a diet does. And then at the same time, how about learning how to recognize your own personality triggers and why you self-sabotage, even if you feel like you know what to do? You know what I call that? I call that food freedom. And so many of my clients, that's exactly what they say. So here's my question for you right now. What do you want? Like, what do you really want? I know some of you are going to say, I want to lose weight. That's fine. But why? Is it to look a certain way in a bikini? Because if you believe that if you weigh a certain number, then you're going to be confident, then that's when you're going to feel better. So this is the question I always ask. Okay, so when you were that number before, were you on a diet? 80% of you said you've been perseverating or obsessed about your body and food for more than 20 years. So when you weighed that amount, were you still obsessive? Were you so confident that you didn't need to stress? No. This is why I always say confidence doesn't come from meeting a goal. It comes from knowing that what you're doing is right. And you can't get to that until you do something different, because let's face it, you know, those diets aren't making you feel any better. They just perseverate your frustration and your obsessions. And that's not healthy, not to mention what they do to our bodies. So you can't do something that's based on healing your body and mind if you don't do it out of love for yourself. I mean, let's be honest. I'm looking at all this, right? I love these goals. You want to live a longer life. You want to feel healthy and yes, lose weight. Okay, I get that. Remember, weight gain is a symptom. If we get to the root cause, the weight comes off. But when you go after weight loss, you get sold snake oil and you've been doing it for more than 20 years. Diets are miserable. And the only reason you'd ever start something miserable is when you're feeling so bad about yourself that that's just tiny bit better. There's like a tiny bit of hope. You're just feeling so bad about yourself that you do something to punish yourself. You were bad. You feel guilty. So you do it out of that guilt and frustration and despair. But imagine, right, when you do something out of those beliefs and those feelings, why you're never going to improve your self-esteem or confidence, because you keep doing stuff out of hate for yourself. Self-esteem and confidence are only going to come from love. That's why we wear the I love me hat. That's why I put my oxygen mask on first, to remind myself and to remind you that your body has been trying to love on you. It's been responding in all those ways because it loves you. It stores fat. It over-releases insulin. It wreaks havoc. Your hormones are all out of balance. It puts on pounds, all because it's trying to protect you, from all of that havoc that you didn't know. You were just trying to do what you thought was right. But when you take a stand for yourself and you stop that negative energy associated with the hate and the abuse and the neglect and the shame and the guilt, you show up for yourself in a different way. The self-esteem and confidence and real progress, lifelong progress in your body, in your mind, in your life, it starts to happen. Okay, so now, right? I want to see that. You need the shirt and the hat, Yvette. I love that. You want to be lean and fit. Why? You have a sugar addiction. Okay, I get it. When you were in your 20s, yep, okay. When you're in 20s, you're 145. And I guess my question is, were you still dieting back then? Right? I know for me, when I really drilled down to what I wanted to be healthy. I wanted energy and not to feel like I needed a nap in the middle of the day. I wanted to sleep well and not keep waking up with hot flashes. I wanted not to have to think so much about food. I was so sick of feeling guilty when I ate something bad, and I wanted to feel good in my skin. I was gaining weight. I didn't know why, and I was mad at myself for not being able to control myself around food, even when I promised I would do better next time. I wanted to feel like what I was doing was right. I was in control, and I never was. What I realized was that I was chasing weight loss and doing all the diets, and I was getting nowhere. And my cravings and the obsession got worse and worse. All for what? But here's the worst part about it. I was impacting my 2 young girls. If you have kids, I want you to tell me, do you have kids? I didn't think I was doing it. I was a teacher. I thought I was keeping my secret obsession a secret. But when they mentioned that I didn't eat the pizza at Friday Family Pizza Night because I had too many calories at 5 and 6 years old, I knew that it wasn't a secret. And so when I look now at where I am and what we've done together as a family, because we know our value is not in the scale, and we know how to balance our blood sugar, we know that food is fuel. It's amazing what the life that I've been able to give my kids has been. So many people think that they want to give their kids more than they had growing up, and we often think about it in terms of finances. But in reality, imagine if your kids could grow up free from the hold that diets had on you for decades. That's what it means to change your family tree, not around the money. Because with health and confidence, we can do way more than any amount of money could be. And so when I think about my girls, and this is them now, as they were growing up, the lifestyle that I gave them was completely different than the lifestyle I was given. And as a result, I have girls now that are completely empowered and have a confidence and knowledge about food and their body. And what more as a parent could you do? So let's talk a little bit more now, because this story you're going to want to hear and you're going to learn a ton from. Let me find her here. Karen Lynn, where are you? Because I mean, let's think about the fact that all of you that have done all the diets, I think about Karen Lynn. So Karen Lynn actually was told by her dance team instructor in high school that she had to go on a diet because she doesn't take a fat girl to States. And in fact, she had been trying to lose weight for so long. She knew in third grade how many ounces of lean chicken she should be eating. And now in her mid 50s, when we met her, this is a video, that was a video of me on the very first day that I met her. She had been on a diet roller coaster for more than 45 years and had lost the same 100 pounds for decades. She had 10 years of food journals where she had tracked every piece of food she had put in her mouth, as well as her weight from every morning and every evening. And yet she couldn't walk up the stairs in her house. That's what dieting did to her. And even with all the dozens of diets she had done for more than 40 years, she had never been taught how to balance her blood sugar, how to understand the cycle of self-sabotage or her triggers, or how to hit the curveballs. And look at her. This was Karen Lynn just a few weeks ago on the field with her dance team at a reunion, dancing her little tush off. And I mean, she's eaten more food than she has in her entire life. She's finally not afraid of carbs. And look at her. She's cooking. And get this, her husband is a professional chef. And now they eat everything together. Everything he cooks, she eats now, and she never did. And you know what's funny? She didn't even know how much weight she had lost because she decided that the scale controlled her emotions too much, and she trusted the process. I want you to think about whether or not that scale totally has power over you. She went to the doctor and recently for a checkup, and he told her that she had lost 60 pounds. She didn't even know. She cried. And it wasn't even because of the number, because she realized that while that was a victory, the life she got back as a result was the real success. And her husband said, I finally have my wife back. How powerful is that? When you have a woman that for more than 45 years was dieting and in a year got her life back. She's strength trained. And this is a note from her doctor. Her husband, diabetic, refused to do any of her diets because they were so miserable. But once he saw that what she was doing and how simple it was and how satisfying, he decided to jump in as well. Karen Lynn had been scared for her husband's life because a diabetes diagnosis increases your risk for dementia by almost 80%. But she couldn't get him on board to change his habits. And now, when he started learning this lifestyle, he went to Karen Lynn and he said, I'm mad about all of this. And when asked why, he said, because my doctor never told me any of this. And even when I got my diagnosis, I was just taught how to give myself insulin. That's not okay. So not only is Karen Lynn free from the hold that diets had on her, but she's saving her husband's life as well in their future. Karen Lynn could never have imagined having to track her food, but knew that to do something different or to get something different, she had to do something different. And I was her best shot at getting healthy. And I know that so many people think, okay, well, my doctor tells me this, my doctor tells me that. I need to just show you. This is Dr. Ann. This is what I'm talking about. She came to us as one of the most established and well-respected physicians on the East Coast. Even today, it floors me how much of the basic info I had to teach her that resonated. She had always been taught that you just have to take in less than you burn. But also, look at her now. This is amazing because she tests her patients every day for their levels, but had no idea why her own dysregulated blood sugar or that was the key to releasing her weight. And in just 6 months, she dropped 6 dress sizes. She's been on my podcast like here multiple times and now tells every patient she sees what they need to be doing and how to do it. I mean, that says a lot, right? Okay. So I'm looking at your questions. How long for most to see results on this program for weight loss? What's the average? Everybody is going to be different. I always say that think about an ice cube in a cold room, okay? Pretend that room is 20 degrees and that ice cube is frozen. I don't know how cold your room is, but if you keep turning the temperature up even 1 degree at a time, and that's what we talk about, 1% progress at a time, you will eventually get to that magic 33 degrees that's going to start to melt the ice cube. I just don't know how cold your room is, but this is what my head coach, Deb, says is your body's love language. This is what every body needs, whether you're 2 or 92, blood sugar stabilization. So depending on where you are, your age, your health, your body is incredible. It absolutely will reverse. It's just a matter of when. And it's a matter of, I always say, we literally put the gutter guards down in a bowling lane. We do not let women fail. but you got to pick up the ball and bowl. So what I'd like to see is, what I'd like for you to see, and I want to know if you can see this, if you can see why what you've been doing before hasn't been working. That's key. I want, if nothing else, you know, when you leave here, you are never dieting again. Okay. Because it's not your lack of willpower, your inability to stick with anything. You've been on this roller coaster for decades, like you said, and you're still here looking for answers. That's resilience and grit. But we got to take that and move it into other things that really matter and get you the solutions you need now. You have what it takes. You just haven't been given the formula for success. I hadn't either. And if you're mad right now about it, you should be. I was. But that anger is what propelled me to urgency and finally doing something about it for the last time. I always say we were not put on this earth to find the right diet, but we keep living like we were. I always joke that this is why women are president, because we spend all of our time counting calories and tracking everything we ever ate on an app. We're here for a purpose, for something so much bigger than the weight on the scale. And it's time that we take back our power and give our bodies what they need so they can respond by doing what you always wanted from those diets, but they never gave you. So many of us let the chaos of life keep us from showing up. Oxygen mask, right? It's one of the hardest parts about being consistent and sticking with something. But when you understand food, when you understand how to adjust and fly your plane in any turbulence, you can and will stick with it forever. Think about it. Did any of those diets give you the confidence that wherever you were, whatever was happening in your life, that you knew how to adjust? No, you were always on a diet when you were motivated, life was somewhat calm, and when you were frustrated enough with your body. But when the holidays hit, when the kids are home from summer, when you're on vacation, when the work-life balance is upside down, when your parents get sick, we always fall off. That's because diets aren't flexible, adaptable. They're just too hard, and you want to enjoy yourself, and no diet is enjoyable. So after spending a decade working with women to permanently change their relationship with food, take a hold of their health and love their bodies again, I've developed a singular approach to nutrition I call my trifecta transformation. My clients that are here, I would love for you to be able to comment on the trifecta. This is my unique experience here, because as a behavioral scientist, combined with the science of blood sugar stabilization, I have coached women through the curveballs and stumbling blocks that normally derail permanent transformation. And that ensures that you will be successful. So here's the deal. If you feel like you've tried everything out there and you're still not making any progress, and you've probably gained back all the weight plus more, if you don't have the energy that you know you could, if you find yourself craving food, binging, or you even just try eating healthy, and then you dread the thought of what life will be like on another diet, or what's going to happen over the holidays when you feel totally derailed and want January to come again so you can get back on track. The diet industry has us believing that you have to do all those things to lose weight, but it isn't true. They're just a multi-billion-dollar company. You realize that they're the ones that own the weight loss drugs. They own all of the things that you're trying to do. It's all about that business. Every time we believe it and try again, we're just making your situation in your own body worse. So you can change the story you're telling yourself right now that nothing works and that your body's broken. But I'm hoping that you realize after tonight that dieting will never work. And you have to do for your body what it wants so you can give it what it wants. And I want you to stop wasting so much time like Donna, like Karen Lynn, like Dr. Ann. I want you to figure it out to stop the roller coaster. So imagine, okay? What is life like for you a year from today if you said yes to yourself right now? I love this picture. Kelly, if you're here, I don't even think you know I'm going to share this picture. If I have it here. Yeah, look, this was Kelly, where she posted in our membership group at 35 years of marriage. She fit into her wedding gown that she never would have been able to do. And she has been with us for just under a year. She was so proud of herself. How cool is that? Shout out Kelly for that. I know that what I'm talking about is going to take a shift of your thinking from dieting to fueling. It's a good example, though, of why it feels like you've tried everything. You've really just tried the same thing over and over again. You haven't tried this, not in the way that we teach it, where we not only teach you a new way of looking at food, but ensure that you are aware of your emotions, your relationship with your body, and how to develop consistent habits that don't rely on motivation. Because let's face it, you know this, motivation comes and goes. Okay, so I'm going to teach you this little trick right now in terms of knowing of whether or not your next nutritional approach will be the one for you. You ready? You have to be able to say yes to these 3 questions. 1, is it based in science, designed for your body to thrive? Diets are based in science, all right, but they're not designed for your body to thrive. Is this something you would be able to do for the rest of your life? If you're doing something now, your body thrives on consistency, just like any relationship. Think about any relationship that you're in. You don't have to be perfect. You have to be consistent. If you can't do it for the rest of your life, you should not be doing it. It will wreak havoc on your body. And third, and what I say most important, would you put your kids on it? Because if this is not something you would let your kids do, why are you doing it? In fact, your bodies are physiologically pretty much the same. So here's how we can help. My team has set aside some time in the next week to speak to you personally about how you can apply these exact principles starting today. So what I want you to do is invite you to book a complimentary, look at this, I love my body call, so we can break down what our specific framework would look like for you based on your body, your goals, and your lifestyle. We want to help you get absolute clarity on how to apply our 3 pillars: mind, body, and sustainability, so you can get the results that you've been trying to get from all those diets. And the cost of that call is completely free. Now, here's the thing. We're a small team. We really spend time digging into your biology. You saw the pictures of my team. We want to know your biology, your lifestyle, your metabolism. So we can only handle a limited amount of these calls, and it's not for everyone. So hear me on this. If you're a woman in like your 40s to your 60s and you've tried all the diets, I mean, if you're in your 30s, if you want to, I always say, gosh, if you're in your 30s, go for it. Wouldn't you? Everybody says, I wish I knew this when I was in my 30s. But if you have really tried all the diets and you're ready to be on the last first date with any nutritional approach, that you're really ready to build trust with your body and speak its love language, even if you think you can't stick to anything or nothing works, I promise you that belief ends here. I think it's really important to know that the call is not for people if you are more focused on that number on the scale versus getting healthy, so that you can get to that root cause. If you won't commit 15 minutes a day to learning and showing up for yourself, remember, like Donna went to school, and if you still believe that you have to put your body at a deficit after tonight to make progress, don't book a call because you're not ready yet. And it's yes, the call is totally free. It's a chance for women who are really ready to go on their last first date with any attempt to lose weight and get healthy, to learn more, to ask questions about tonight, and to learn about the incredible life-changing way we would be able to work with you if we both decided that working together would be a good fit. And if we decided that it would, then there would be a financial investment. I always say we never just place a woman into a program. We develop a program for a woman using our framework that I call the trifecta transformation. It's the foundation. I know that a 62-year-old retired postmenopausal woman with grown children is going to need a plan very different from a 40-year-old working mom with teenagers. Cindy, one of our clients, a mom of 9, had to have a plan that worked for her in every aspect of her busy life. And believe it or not, she felt like doing this gave her not just control, not just her health, not just the weight loss, not just the freedom, but even more time. And her husband, diabetic doctor, by the way, finally did what she was doing because before he had not wanted to get involved. Again, changing your family tree. What we develop for you has to integrate into your unique lifestyle situation and goals. We will implement our proven framework of addressing and educating you on what your body needs, along with tapping into the disempowered mindsets that are really holding you back and developing your systems to be able to do this forever in a way that works for your life forever. We work with women always within their budget. We are the best in the business. We have a proven track record of massive success for every woman who puts their trust in us. We will get you to where you want to go. And if you decide, if we decide really that you're a fit and we want to work together, then we would talk about that. Okay. If you want to do this right, if you want to get off this roller coaster, then this is really around you taking a hold of you. Ask yourself, what's truly the cost of not doing it right this time? You don't have that much time left if you have been doing this for decades. So the goal of this call is to get massive clarity on 3 things, okay? 1, put in 3 in the chat so I know you're with me, right? Okay. 1, we're going to talk about why you specifically have struggled to lose weight no matter what you do. We want to work with you specifically, not this just general do this, don't do that. I don't do that. That's why I don't do that on a webinar like this, but we want to talk to you. 2, how to balance your blood sugar in a way that fits your lifestyle and your budget. And 3, the exact roadmap to quickly dropping weight and keeping it off long-term without ever having to diet again. In fact, it's the anti-diet. And we're going to show you exactly how to do it. So on the call, we're going to cover those 3 steps that are going to allow you to do what you always wanted those diets to do and they didn't. Whether your goal is to release a little bit of weight, a lot of weight, or just simply live a life of health and freedom that food has on you, that's what we'll plan for. So if you want our help in making that happen and we think it's a good fit, we'll invite you to the next step and become one of our new clients to take on inside what we call our disruptive nutrition trifecta transformation. Okay. Mind, body, sustainability. And so if we work together, I'll tell you what that is, what that would be like. You'd be working one-on-one with your coach who is certified in nutrition, mindsets, and has to continue ongoing training every month. You have daily personalized correspondence over text, voice messaging, or calls whenever you need them. They're like your person for more than 3 months. And having been on this journey herself, she will help hold you accountable, give you unparalleled personal support, and direct feedback on your health journey every step of the way. I will personally also be checking in with you. You will even have my cell phone number, and we can connect whenever you need me. This is why you're never going to see 10,000 women in our program. And here's the big part. We enroll no more than 10 to 15 women a month. So there are hundreds of you on this webinar right now. We cannot invite all of you. We want to invite you all to a call, but we will not invite all of you into our exclusive coaching program because I need to know what's going on with each and every client. We are committed to this truly being the last nutritional advice you'll ever need. I will teach you in just 15 minutes a day how to balance your blood sugar, personalizing and tweaking based on data with a continuous glucose monitor. Look, I have one on right now. But it's very, very nuanced, and you need to always be doing it with someone that has an expertise in that. We're going to look at how your body's responding and make adjustments. And then in addition, you're going to embark on this journey of self-discovery, of learning and reflecting daily about you, your triggers, your personality, your mindsets, your motivations, your fear, and how to stop self-sabotage, how to stop emotional eating forever. When life throws curveballs at you, we're going to show you how to hit them out of the park. And imagine the next time life gets crazy, you won't get derailed. Not only are you going to know what your body needs, but you will learn how to listen to its signals because you will have a personalized blueprint for what the healthiest version of you does, says, thinks, believes. And then in just 15 minutes over a 3-month period, your coach, myself, your community of like-minded women will work together to integrate this lifestyle into your life. I'll never place something on top of your already chaotic life. So the first thing that we're going to do is we teach you how to fuel your body without deprivation. So you see food in a very different way. Do you ever see food as good or bad? Like unhealthy or healthy? Okay, I'm going to tell you something that's going to blow your mind. Food is not good or bad. Food serves your body and it serves your soul, and you need both. You just need to know how to do that. And that's where so many women get it wrong. You look for a meal plan instead of an education. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're really going to hone in on your why. That foundational piece is so important because if you're going just for weight loss, you're going to lose your motivation quickly. Let's face it. When life gets stressful and there's a chocolate cake in front of you, you know you're not going to lose 40 pounds by tomorrow, so you might as well just eat the cake tonight, right? The impulsivity and emotions attached to food keep you from doing anything consistently. And that's where we help you dig in. We want you to be coming from a place of true love and then show you how to stay consistent no matter what life throws at you. And finally, we're going to then help you cultivate this new relationship between you and your body forever. I want you to think about it like a marriage. It can't just be about the wedding or the honeymoon. It's how you show up for your partner consistently. Building trust. Trust is positive interactions consistently over time, and that's what your body wants. When all this comes together, you will start to notice a difference in your metabolism, your energy, even your obsession about food and your body in just days. Imagine after decades. But we're not done yet because it's not like other plans where you sign up and then you have to pay a membership fee or buy products every month to keep up with it. I always say no program should be based on products. It should always be based on an education, and no one can take that away from you. If you've ever said, I know what to do, but I just don't do it, you know that though knowledge, while it's what you need, it won't be enough. That's why I will never charge any ongoing membership fees. We don't do that. Once you are in our family, we support you for a lifetime. Your life today will look very different in 5 years from now, in 10 years from now, and beyond. As you age, your life circumstances change, menopause comes and rears its head, and we will be there for all of it, helping you adjust and respond. So here's what you do now. We have a limited availability of calls, and we're only opening them up for the next week. Once our spots fill up for the month of clients, we will no longer take calls. I'm doing this for you because you were on this webinar. If we can't take calls, we will start a wait list. Or if we fill up, we will start a wait list, and then you'll have to try and get on a call the next time we open our calendars. So I want to see if you can see this. Hang on. Let's get it in here. I have, hang on, cancel. This is what I want. Okay. I want you to schedule your call. The call is completely free. It's designed to get you massive clarity, but I only want you to book a call if you're ready to go on the last first date with any nutritional advice you'll ever need. I know if you really believe that you are worth investing in yourself, and you realize that the cost of not doing something is more expensive than you ever want to pay, that your quality of life, your future, and your family, and your purpose in earth depends on this, I want you to book your call. When you go to book a call, you're going to see my team. They're ready for you because you came to this webinar. You're going to see a calendar of a variety of options. Hurry up though, because they will fill up fast. And then you're going to just put your, information in. You're going to, click all the boxes. Then you're going to see a video from me. This is a survey so we can get to know you personally. And our coaches will listen, or it's a video. You can reply back by video. You can reply back by text. You can reply back by audio. I prefer audio or video so that we can actually get to know you. And you are going to tell us a little bit about yourself so that when you get on that call, we start with solutions. We don't just start where you have to tell your whole story again. You doing that survey is a required part of that call. So make sure you do that survey or we will cancel the call. Okay, so let's see what I have here. Q&As. Let's see why are my Q&As not coming up? Am I seeing them? Let's see. The link is there. All right. Can't book a call, Cindy said. I can click. Okay, Denise can click on the link. Okay. All right. How much money are we talking here? Yes, of course. Not everybody. People are on fixed income, limited income. Yes. So, Julie, thank you for your question. I am never about stringing anybody along. I'm always about being transparent. I will tell you this, every single woman is different. We have to look and see what they need and if they need it. It is not a one size fits all approach at all. But I will tell you that there would be an investment in working with us. And when we work with women, it typically in the thousands, we always have payment plan options. We make this absolutely feasible for women every single time. I've never let finances get in the way for a woman that really needs it and understands the value of what she's getting. So yes, there is going to be a financial investment, but it is something that we work through with women all the time. I don't know, if you're going to be a right fit for us. And if not, no big deal. We have a variety of other places that we can suggest that you go to. We want to make sure you leave a call with strategies, but we also want to make sure that you are taking a call because you're serious about looking at working with us and seeing how you can actually make this work in your life. So booking a call is really important for those of you who are interested. Okay, I'm seeing things are delayed a bit. I don't see all the Q&A. I saw them before. Maybe let me look over here and see if I can find them on my other screen here. Okay. No, I saw a bunch of questions and then not. I saw something. All right, if you have a question and you don't see, I see Burdell wants a call. Sarah, yes. You can't get it to work in your screen. Okay, if you guys are still here, don't forget you're going to get the cookbook we're going to send to you. And okay, Bernice. So if you are in a financial hardship and you getting on any financial investment is not possible for you, then I want you to go join our free Facebook group. Our free Facebook group is Diet Disruptors Squad. It is, if somebody can put that in the chat, that would be great. Diet Disruptor Squad is our free Facebook group. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm at Carrie_Lupoli. We do my podcast every single week. We have incredible resources for everybody. Every single week, I am teaching in our free Facebook group through my podcast. So make sure you see that. Let's see what other questions I have for you. I want to show you guys something really quick, because when I talk about how we work with women for a lifetime, this woman, Melissa, I actually got on a call with her yesterday. She is 71 years old. She has been with us forever. She's still working on trying to figure out her own self-sabotage issues. And she just said, our call yesterday invigorated and uplifted me. And I love that. We are actually, she's been with us for years and she needed us. So we were like, we got you, Melissa. And so I think that's super cool. That was just yesterday. Diet Disruptor Squad. Yep. All right. Booked a call. Join your Facebook group. Okay. So if you're on limited income, I want you to go join our Facebook group. That's going to give you what you need in so many ways. And get yourself really in a place of taking advantage of that. If you are really in a place where you are like, I am ready to invest in myself, I have the ability to, and I know I need to be off of this roller coaster, then book yourself a call. My team and I actually open my calendar for the whole week as well, because we never do webinars like this. So if you're really serious and you really want to figure out how you could work with us, then we want you to get on that call, and you might get me on that call as well. So that would be awesome. Do we only have weekends available? Nope, we have next week as well. We will, though, only be able to take a limited amount of people into our trifecta transformation. So try to get on a call as soon as you can. We have the link that you have has openings for the next 3 days. If you need something beyond that, you can see, where is it? I can show you actually. Let me share my screen really quick. Ready to learn how to love your body again. This is where it is. This is our time options that we have. And if you need something more, then you can click this button and that will take you to 7 days from there. But that's it. You guys, we're only opening it for 7 days. And then we are not a group that wants 10,000 people in our community. We are a very small knit group that loves what we do and how we do it. And we wrap our hands, arms, everything around you. It's just literally like bowling. We will not let you go in the gutter. You have to pick up the ball, though. You have to be willing to pick up the ball. And if you're willing to pick up the ball, we will help you bowl. All right. Let's see what else I've got here. I'm going to just check. I will stay on as long as you need to. You clicked on the link, but the questions aren't there. Karen, when you click on the link to book a call, you book a call and then you will see a video of me with questions. So you probably won't be able to do it while you're here in this. The survey will come after you book a call. And so you can hop off this and then go finish the survey questions. You're not seeing the survey after you booked your call. Not seeing the survey. That's really interesting. Okay. If you don't have, I don't know why that would be. Let's see. Amanda just put a link in there. If you booked a call, you can go to disruptivenutrition.com/survey, and that will get you the survey. I am just looking to see. I see the questions. Okay. Anybody else not see the questions? Only the video, no survey. Yes, it is a video survey. Okay, so that might be where the confusion is coming from. Let me show it to you. So after you book a call, you're going to be brought to a page that has a video from me. And let me show it to you so you can see it. It looks like this. So it's me talking, asking you a question, and then you're going to be able to respond. This will pop up after my question is done. So you get the whole question. You respond, then you're going to enter your name in again, because we got to capture you. This is a different program than the call booking program. And then after you do that, you're going to see another video from me. And I'm just going to ask you a series of questions so that you can get us the information we need in order for us to keep the call. Okay. So there you go. Hopefully. Okay. Karen said, thanks. Great. Yes. So I think that was the problem. You were just looking at the video from me. I didn't do a great job of explaining that, trying to fit 10 pounds of stuff in a 5-pound bag, you know? I want to show you this too. This is so fun. Look at this box that everybody gets this amazing box. Speak your body's love language. I think it looks backwards in my camera. To get something different, you have to do something different. You know, as a teacher, you've got this and we've got you. As a teacher, I love goodies. Do you guys love goodies? I love all sorts of stuff. Let's see, I have a binder. Oh my gosh, you got to love a good binder. This is filled with all sorts of great materials, workbooks, like, oh my gosh, so many fun things. With water bottles and just that you'll need for the first few months that you're working with us, tools and resources. It's just so fun and great. We also work so closely with you on time management because if you're not managing your time, you are not able to manage your life. And you have our planner pad bundles that teach you exactly how, we call it like a time machine. You actually get back time when you learn how to manage your time. And we walk through that. It's so funny. People think nutrition, teaching you how to eat is the easy part, you guys. It's teaching you how to live this life forever. That is the key. Okay. All right. Let me just see how many people. We still have a ton of people on. Where am I for questions? How do you get to your video if you've already booked a call? Cindy, you can go to disruptivenutrition.com/survey. Yes. Julianne, there is a video, no survey. The video is a survey. It's a survey video. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Tell me that you guys are seeing that. Okay. Chat. Karen Lynn, I see you there, Karen Lynn. I love it. Amy Richter is here. I see so many. Melissa needs this. Lisa, you kept getting disconnected. Yvette, you need that box. I know that box is amazing. Sarah, you accidentally X'd out of the link of the video. Can you resend, please? Do I have that still up there? The video, if you booked a call, you can go to disruptivenutrition.com/survey. If you did not book a call, then you need to go to disruptivenutrition.com/schedule consultation. That is where you can go to book a call. I'll put that in the chat too. And you can see that. Make sure you get into the Facebook group. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Because we are a small knit group. Now I know we have literally like 1,000 people signed up for this. But this is why we only work with a small amount of people, because we're so personal. But our Facebook group is awesome, and we engage in there a lot. I just got a question about the cookbook. Yes, you're going to be emailed. We know who stayed till the end, and so if you have stayed from this point on, you will get the cookbook. You will get it in probably, I don't know, about 20 minutes from now. My team is working on looking at all the people that stayed for at least the full hour, and you will get the cookbook. Okay. How do you get to the box? The box is not for sale unless you become a client. Sorry about that. The cookbook you will get in your email. Bev is there. Charles wants to know if he's the only guy representing tonight. Charles is a client. Him and his wife rocked this lifestyle, and he said love this program. It's a lifestyle and life changer. Love it, love it. Oh my goodness. Thank you all. I can't see you now. Lost link to survey. How do I get the box in the cookbook? So schedule consultation is the link for you to be able to schedule a call. We will also send it to you in an email as well. reach out. If you guys got an email from us, which all of you did, write back over email if you're having any trouble. But also, you're going to get an email from us tonight with the opportunity to book a call. So don't worry about that. Let me see if there's any more questions. How is the cookbook sent out? It's sent out over email. We do not have it on hard copy yet. We'll have that later. Melissa, how long till you see results? Well, here's the thing that I love about that question is it depends what say are results. To me, being able to have results that start immediately are absolutely non-negotiable. We want to be able to see that this is working for you and your lifestyle immediately. So from the minute you say yes, you are not only going to have this sense of freedom and excitement, but you are going to start learning. And it's incredible how in just a couple of days, just learning how to eat in a PFC balance gives you more energy, allows you to sleep better right away. And what's incredible is that your body starts to you can feel your metabolism getting faster as you get hungry every 3 to 4 hours. Now, your body will release weight when it starts to trust that what you're going to do for it, you're going to do consistently. If you have been dieting for as long as we have, your body probably doesn't trust you very much. But it's amazing. Someone like Dr. Ann right away just noticed like clothes were like melting off of her. And for Karen Lynn, after a couple of months, she realized she was like down 20 pounds. Everybody's a little bit different, but results come in many, many ways, and we start to see them immediately. I love that. How do you get one of those shirts, Amy Stitton? It's so good, right? It's so good to see you, Amy. Go right to our website, disruptivenutrition.com, and you can go to our shop, our marketplace. We have all of our gear there, which is super fun. We're very limited. We have a big sale going on because we have like the last few sizes left of things. So I can't promise you what's going to be there right now. So what else? How do I get to your video if I've already booked a call, Cindy? It's so weird that the questions just seem to be going away after a little while. Go to disruptivenutrition.com/survey if you didn't do your video. But you know what? We will also send you a message. If you didn't do the survey, don't worry. We will tell you because we will remind you to do the survey if you didn't do it. Okay. Catherine, we will email you the cookbook. Claire, yes, you will get a confirmation of your call in your email. Galen, that's how I say that. Galen, you're going to go do your survey. Ernest is here too. Ernest is a man who is a great story with Ernest. His wife, Jamie, said yes to herself and became part of our family. And Ernest decided he was going to do it with her. And he was going to retire. He was in heating and air conditioning. And he worked for a school system down in Texas. And he realized, I really can't do this work anymore. I have to retire. He was at 345 pounds when he started working with us. And within 3 months, he was at 300 pounds and he was not retiring anymore. He had more energy than he ever had. Him and Jamie went on their first vacation in, I don't know, like forever, Ernest. And Ernest is still kicking it. Actually, Ernest was on one of our podcasts. You got to go to our podcast at Diet Disruptor Squad or Diet Disruptors podcast. Ernest, oh my gosh, that was a great story. He did it from his truck. Roger is on here as well. Roger has been rocking this lifestyle. People ask, why do you work with women? I work with women because I am a woman and I know my story and I know what it takes to be able to get into your heads. But I also know that you are the cog in the wheel of your family and your spouses, your partners, your loved ones. Women are the ones that really are the position of power. And so when you put on your own oxygen mask, you then can support and teach your family to do the same. Let's see what else we got there. We still have so many people on. I will stay on with you guys as long as you want. No, Galen, no, you got the cookbook. Don't worry. We got you. It's almost bedtime. I totally am with you. It's almost bedtime. Pat is one of our clients who I love and adore. Tanya is here. Okay, good. What else? Bev is here. Let me look for more Q&As. Tabitha, how do I get the cookbook? Do you have to book call? No, everybody gets a cookbook. Everybody gets a cookbook. I'm like, Oprah, you get a cookbook and you get a cookbook and you get a cookbook. Everybody gets a cookbook. Oh my goodness, there are a ton of calls coming in right now. Holy cannolis. Okay, so you will get a cookbook in your email, so you don't have to worry about that. Nicole, Coach Nicole is here. She's putting out the chat for people. Let's see, what else we got? Okay, you have to say goodbye. That's okay. I see some people wanted to speak. I don't know if I can do that. Let's see. How do I know if you came? Well, you know how like sometimes when you're just like, you're talking about something and the Facebook sends you an ad and you're like, how did the Facebook know? Well, we're not that kind of crazy, but because you logged in with your email, we know how long you stayed and if you stayed to the end, and then we will send you the cookbook. That's why I have an amazing team. They know how to, they're like magical. Laurel's going to share cookbook recipes when preparing Thanksgiving. Kelly, awesome. Deborah, yes, we will send you out the replay. Good night, Jeannie. Tanya, happy Nappy Land. You're welcome. I love seeing so many clients on here. You just had space to write the survey questions after the video, so you answered the one that you could remember from the video. Okay, Claire, if it's not right, we will send it back to you. Don't worry. Bye, Heather, Patricia. Yep. Amy, and Amy's lost inches. And that's the funny thing about weight. Like, fat takes up more space than muscle does. It doesn't weigh more. But wouldn't you like, especially because Amy's just started, like, incredible, right? Lisa, you're welcome. Okay. Oh my gosh, so many people. How many are you still here? 200 people are still here. I love it. Look, let's see, Jamie, I'm going to see if I can get you. Can you speak? I didn't even know that was an option here. This is a new program for me, so we're learning how to do it. You will find us on Facebook. Great. Medicine like blood pressure and cholesterol. See, that's metabolic disease and high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and it all stems from a dysregulated blood sugar. So while I can't tell you, yes, you are going to get off of your medication, I can tell you there is no other way you will get off your medication if you don't balance your blood sugar. You could be on medication for it, but medication is just going to basically tame it. It's not going to reverse it or heal it. And your body will need more and more of it as you get older. 9 out of 10 deaths right now are due to a metabolic disease in people in their 60s and 70s. That is what's happening to this world. 9 out of 10 deaths. Metabolic disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, obesity, even stroke and cancer can all be attributed to a dysregulated blood sugar. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Apparel to purchase, you can go to our website, disruptivenutrition.com, and go to our marketplace. But we are literally almost completely out of these. So we will be working on bringing in some new clothing. So stay tuned for that. But we actually are in the very last, like we have very limited sizes. So grab stuff if you want something as soon as you can. Okay. What else do we have in the chat? Marilyn. I know Marilyn's been with us for a really long time, and your daughter is one of our coaches. I mean, Marilyn's been with us for years and years. I love it so much. She's been like, she's a veteran. Rachel, oh, it's so good to see my fellow curly girl. So many clients that see, you know, I love it that my clients know this stuff, but they still show up and they still want to learn more all the time. It's so great. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, Dr. Ann is here. I was talking about you, Dr. Ann. Yvette said it's a Band-Aid. You've got to stop the bleeding with the root cause solution. Dieting is a Band-Aid, but it's actually making the cut worse. Let's be honest. Julie Griggs is here. Cheryl. You live on Indiana and on Eastern time and just thought you started at 8 p.m. You must have missed it due to the time change. We started at 8 p.m. on Eastern time, Ashley. Oh, Kelly, so glad you're here. Kim's husband follows her lead. I love that they do that together. We have so many couples that do this together. Nancy's best results have been pain relief. Chronic pain does not have to be that way, you guys. I think about Marley. Go to Marley's podcast. She had been living with so much chronic pain. She really couldn't function. And within 1 month, she had no pain at all anymore. It was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh, we are booking far out now. Holy cow, we have a lot of calls right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys. What other questions do we have? Anything else? We still have so many people here. I love it. I'll be here if you're here. Let me see. Let me see. Can I send the link to my Instagram and an email? Nicole, we can absolutely do that. You can look for me at Carrie Lapoli, and we can totally, actually, I'm going to put that, I think I can put it, I don't know if I can put it in here or not. No, I don't think I can right now. Marley podcast, you have, yeah, Cheryl, Marley, Marly. Charles, it was so good to see you. The survey works unless you leave the webinar. Leaving now to try the survey. Awesome, Jane. Go at it. Sarah, you should have the cookbook in your email in like a minute. Okay. So check your spam in case it's there. I love everybody's so excited for the cookbook. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Sandra said the program works and you're always there for us. Oh, I love that. I try to be. Kim, the cookbook is digital. There will be a hard copy, but you have the pre-release right now that is just the soft copy right now. Okay. Rebecca Hagler, I'm writing down your name right now, and I'm going to make sure that you get the cookbook because it should be fine. Our team is pretty good, but I'm going to write down your name to make sure you get it. This is what we do. We are I always say I underpromise and overdeliver. And if you think that what I promised was good, wait till you actually experience being with our family. It's amazing. Let's see. Will you be, let's see. I'm just scrolling. Look at all this stuff. It's like there's so much chat. There's so much here that I can't even read it all. I love it. Jeannie. Jeannie's been an unbelievable client. I love getting to see and hear her story. I think about Diane, one of our clients. I mean, I could just go on for weeks about our clients who was with us and oh my gosh, tragedy hit. Her husband suddenly passed away, and having us as her family, but also as a way to heal, where she knew she needed to show up for herself, not because she needed to lose weight. Like it wasn't about that. It was about showing up for herself so she could heal better. Doing healthy things allows you to stay healthy amidst tragedy. And she's so strong and so resilient. And I mean, it's so powerful for people like Diane to be in our family. How can you get the survey, Leslie Brooks? If you booked a call, you go to disruptivenutrition.com/schedule consultation, and then the survey will come up after that. When I say survey, I think I'm messing people up there. It's a video survey. You're going to see a video from me that you need to listen to. But again, if you don't have it, we will text you and make sure you get it. If we don't do the survey, we have to cancel the call. Okay. Kim Martino, you're having trouble getting into the survey. You may need to leave this webinar and then go into the survey. Let's see if that's the case for that. Claire, you got email confirmation. It will be over Zoom and you will get the Zoom link for that. So we'll do that. Luann took the survey and no email. Did you book a call? And check your spam. If not, then reply back to the emails that you get from us. We will take care of you. Do not worry. Marilyn, thyroid issues are all around. Oh my gosh, everything that has to do with inflammation, thyroid, the foundation of our body, the foundation of our body is blood sugar stabilization. I have so many clients that were diagnosed with thyroid issues that didn't actually have thyroid issues. It was just that everything was so thrown off from all the years of the dieting roller coaster, all the years of blood sugar dysregulation. Okay. Are we there? Kim here. Michelle K. I need to say bye first. Coach Michelle K was there. All right. I'll say goodbye. I guess I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to check one more. Diana, I'm so glad you felt it was informative. Is there a timeline for completing the survey? We are literally I'm already just seeing from my team, like how many calls are coming in. So it has to be before the call, but it's got to be enough time for our team to be able to get your responses. So we will send you will probably get a text from me like right away if you don't have a survey. Okay. So check for your texts, check for all that good stuff. Okay. Kim Martino, if you booked a call, disruptivenutrition.com/survey. Renee, it's so good to see you. Renee's one of our clients. She's been around forever. And she was like, hey, I think I need a pep talk. I was like, book a call. I'm there for you. It's cool. You even have my number, along with all of my coaches. Ashley, yes, you will get a replay, I promise. All right. I'm going to go now. Okay. Remind you of the time commitment. You need to be able to do 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day. If you can give us 15 minutes a day, what I know is we learn in little bits and pieces best over time. And so you're going to have a lesson and everything builds off of each other every single day. And it's filled with grace, it's filled with kindness, and it's filled with information. I teach so people learn. I have written more than 30 online courses that schools today still use. Because remember, I was an educator and a behavior specialist. I know how to teach so you will learn. And that is what sets us apart from the rest, because we're educators first. And teaching you is the easy part. It's supporting you and helping you through all of the curveballs of life that are harder. So 15 minutes a day is all you got to be able to do, and have the mindset of either curiosity, willingness to learn, ability to laugh at yourself, ability to say, okay, I'm going to undo all of this learning and I'm going to take on something new in a way that I haven't done before. But time-wise, you just need to give me 15 minutes a day. Okay. Is this only for menopausal women? That is such a great question. I actually work with, we have a new podcast coming out for teenagers and 20 somethings. But my 5-year-old nephew eats this way and my 75-year-old father eats this way. This is what we say, what every body needs. So I actually would love for people who are not menopausal yet to start this, because we actually start the menopausal cycles 10 years before we actually start menopause. We are a team. Actually, we have a few members on our team that are extensive experts in menopause, but we want everybody to know that the sooner you do it, the better you are. I started learning this lifestyle when I was 37 years old. And when I went through menopause recently, my doctor was like, how do you not know? How do you not have any symptoms? How do you not have any weight gain? Remind me what you teach women again. And I'm like, I teach blood sugar stabilization. He goes, well, because it's all about insulin resistance. And I'm like, I know. He goes, here's the thing. I don't know how to teach people that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So now I get to work with him so that he can teach his clients his patients what they need. So whether you're menopausal or not menopausal, especially if you're a woman, you will be menopausal and you want to do this sooner than later, right? How does one know if they're insulin resistant? Okay, I can tell you that there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. One, insane cravings, weight gain, hormonal imbalance. If you're seeing that on a regular basis, you may be insulin resistant. If you've gotten your blood taken, like you should go every year and get your blood work done. If you start to see a rise in your A1Cs, your A1C is how often you have glycated or basically spiked your blood sugar and been on that blood sugar roller coaster over the last 3 months of time. And it takes about 3 months for it to reset itself. But if you are insulin resistant, which is like pre-diabetes, so you will know through blood work for sure. And if that number keeps going up, you can guarantee there is only one way that math equation goes. 2 + 2 = 4. And you are only going to go in one direction unless you take a very quick left turn and go the other way. And no diet or don't eat this, eat that, something you can't stick with, something that doesn't allow you to be adaptable and flexible. I say it's like Dr. Seuss, I can eat in a train and a plane and a house with a mouse. If you can't do that, you can't do that. Make sense? Your 14-year-old boys eat this way. Yes, they do. I love that. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to get going. It's so good to see everybody here. I hope to see all the calls booked. And if you've missed a chance to get a call, then you can try the next time we have it open. But we really hope you get gritty. Do not take the minute to be like, oh, I couldn't get a call. Oh, I couldn't get the technology to work. Oh, I'm just not going to do it. This is way too important. Get yourself gritty. And remember, I always say, wherever you are in your journey, you have a place with us at Disruptive Nutrition. So go follow us in all the places. Get us on Instagram. Get me on Instagram. Get into our free Facebook group and listen to our podcast every single week, as well as get yourself on a call if you believe that this is something that you really feel like you need and you're ready to invest in. All right. We'll see you all on the other side.